Hi everyone! Thanks so much for watching. In today's video, I'm gonna do a get ready with me. So I'm actually going on a date night with my husband. We're gonna go out for dinner and to a movie. So we have COVID. So we've been sick for a couple of weeks now. We're just out of quarantine and this will be our first evening out in, well, truthfully, almost 3 weeks at this point. So just starting to feel better and we are out of quarantine, so we are going out tonight. So I'm gonna put some makeup on and I thought I would film just what I'm gonna do for that. So just a easy, natural makeup look, because like I said, I'm going out for dinner. So let's get ready together. I have the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dewdrops. Now I'll try to talk about all the products as I go, but I'm just gonna pick stuff. I haven't even really thought about it. So I'm just gonna kind of pick things as I go and I will list everything down below. But let's start with these because I do one pump. I absolutely love these. I do feel like they give a plumpness to my skin and I do feel like they give like a little bit of a, you know, kind of a dewiness, which I think you can see there. And they smell amazing. Yeah, they're really nice. That's one of my new faves. I'm gonna go in now with this by Clarins. I got this in a recent BoxyCharm sale. It's the Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of that, very little, just kind of right in this area where I have more enlarged pores and need a little bit of smoothing. So I was back to work just a couple days this last week because we did, like I said, we had to quarantine. Where I live, we had to quarantine for 10 days. As long as we had no symptoms on day 10, well, I guess actually on day 11, then you could come out of quarantine. So I was able to work a couple days this week. People at work would say to me, you know, what symptoms did you have? Honestly, we had all the symptoms. We were very fortunate that our symptoms were, although extremely unpleasant, mild. I would say mild, but we did have, you know, we kind of ran the gambit. We really had everything. Let's go with some foundation here. I'm gonna go in with my favorite, use the Fenty Eavesdrops. I have this in shade number 3. So I kind of use about that much. That's how I sort of dispense it out. So yeah, I think, you know, the first symptom that I had was I just kind of felt run down. So, but you know, if I wouldn't have been a close contact, put a little bit there, I got a pimple there. I've actually got a few pimples. Why? Why? If I wouldn't have known that I was a close contact, I really wouldn't even have probably paid it any attention that first day. I just sort of felt fatigued. The next day I had, you know, body aches, like incredible body aches. I don't know that I ever had a fever, but I did feel feverish. Definitely felt feverish, like when you just kind of feel, you know, hot, clammy and yucky. I did spend one whole day kind of in bed, not really doing much. Well, not doing anything actually. And then honestly, the 10 days that we were, I would say I had kind of 10 days where I felt pretty crummy. And even, you know, being out of quarantine and going back to work, I was still I'm still very fatigued. The fatigue has been what's lingered for me. And just kind of like my appetite is off. Like I just don't feel like eating how I normally eat. And some of that might just be that I lost my sense of taste and smell. If you've never experienced that, it's the weirdest thing because it's not as though I can still feel how foods taste. I know that sounds weird, but so I had a pineapple smoothie, for example. And you know how when you eat pineapple, it does that weird thing inside your mouth. So in my brain, I'm like, oh yeah, I can taste that, but I actually couldn't taste it. What I could do is my brain was recognizing that sensation. So for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Ordinary. I love it, you guys know I love it. Yeah, so it's the weirdest thing to not be able to smell or taste. I would still be hungry, but I didn't wanna eat anything complicated. I don't know how to describe it other than that. What I wanted was white bread toast. Like not even like a whole grain or multigrain. What I wanted was like sourdough toasted with butter. I bet you I ate that for 8 days, no joke. Like I just couldn't. And now you may not know this, but I actually follow a keto diet and have for, God, I think I must be 4 years. I think I must be 4 years, you guys. And I do that not for weight loss, but for health reasons. I'll link my keto diet video where I kind of go into why I follow that. The thought of eating a keto diet while I had COVID, I couldn't. Like, there was just no way. The thought of eating anything, again, it's complicated is the word I want to use. So all I wanted to eat was like a one food thing. Like, I would have a little bit of plain yogurt, not even like a flavored yogurt. Or mostly I had toast with butter. Or I one time had toast with jam. It was too much. So like, I couldn't even, it had to be so simple. That is getting better, but my stomach is just kind of a mess, which I didn't really realize with COVID that was going to be a thing, that I was going to have stomach issues. I thought it was going to be like a cough and chest issues. And I didn't have that, but I am prone to stomach issues. Like, I have an autoimmune disease that is digestive in nature. So I wonder if for me, because I am prone to that, if maybe that's why I had sort of this flare up of like a stomach ache. I've had a stomach ache for a couple weeks, which again was weird to me because I thought I would have a cough. I thought I would have chest things. Okay, again, no big surprises. I'm gonna go in with the Tower 28. This is the Beach Please in the shade Magic Hour. I have actually hit pan. Can you guys see that? Yeah, this is my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. So yeah, I did have, again, fatigue, stomach issues, body aches. It does feel heavy in my chest is how I would describe it. Like, I had very little cough, almost none. But what I will say is that it feels like when I go to take a breath, it's like I can't take a deep breath. I can take a breath, but I can't take a deep breath. My body just doesn't want to do it. And I do have lots of congestion, which I still have. And that was, I sort of started with a runny nose and then, I should have put some bronzer on first. Well, let's take a little bit of blush because I forgot. I just feel like that is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go in and highlight. I am almost done this. This is the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I have it in the shade Too Fair. I took the stopper out. There is really almost nothing left in here. I'm completely scraping it to get enough, but how exciting to use up a product like this. I did buy the full size. I have had this little mini one, I don't even know how long. I want to say 6 months maybe. And these are $20. Honestly, it's just really, I use it almost every day. And look how well it has lasted. I'm just gonna do a little bit of highlighting here. Yeah, so it's been kind of crazy. Honestly, where I live, there was very few cases of COVID anymore because the government does, publish that. And I think when we got sick, I looked online and there was 500 cases in the province where I live, which is a massive area with millions of people. How pretty is that? I hope that picks up on camera. Let's do a little bit of powder. I'm gonna go in with this one from Kosas. This is the Cloud Set. I have it in the shade Airy. This is really nice. It's a really nice light powder. I'm gonna take it on a pretty fluffy brush. What is this brush? I think this is a crown brush, but all the writing is gone. That's how long I've had it. So I'm just gonna take a very little bit and just kind of powder in mostly my T-zone, really. So yeah, where I live, there was hardly any cases when we got sick. So I was a bit surprised, to be honest. I don't want to say I felt like the pandemic was over, but like if I would have got sick a year ago, well, no surprise, right? Like it was raging through where I live. There was lots of cases, but yeah, and so anyways, like I said, when we initially got sick, I looked and there was like 500 cases in the province. And I think now we're edging towards 3,000. So still, if you think in an area where there's millions of people, that's not a lot of cases. So I don't know. You guys, I don't know. I think there's lots of things with COVID that just, it's so, I don't know. Does it all make sense? I don't know that it does. I was surprised when we got sick. I really thought I would get sick again, like I said, a year ago. If you walk by me with a cold or the flu, you know, historically, I would get it. Like, I always got a seasonal flu. I would get colds throughout the year. I just am prone to that. So when the pandemic first started, I thought, oh yeah, like I'm for sure I'm gonna get this. And so when I kind of went a year and a half without it, I was like, oh, look at me doing so good. And then, yeah. No. Okay, I'm gonna go in and top my cream blush with the Bare Minerals Blonzer. I have it in the shade Kiss of Pink. Again, none of these are gonna be a surprise. I talk about these products all the time, and these are my favorite. But you know, it is a date night, so I wanna feel my best. I wanna feel pretty. Just gonna very gently tap. I feel like when I do my makeup on camera, my blush always really looks more than it does in real life. It looks stronger, I think. I mean, I do go in with a heavy blush. Like there's no question that I do that, but I feel like it looks like more on camera than it does in real life. I know I mentioned this before, but I have been really enjoying taking my blush and kind of using it just like a blush bronzer. I think it looks so pretty. This is such a pretty blush. I really love it. It's a new fave for me. I reach for this every single day. I just feel like it looks so pretty and soft on the skin. You know what, I'm gonna go in and just do a little bit of powder highlight over that as well. And I'm gonna go into this palette. This is in my project pan, and I'm gonna take this shade Glimmer of BS. I think that's what that says. Oh, Glimmers of BS. BS? I think so. I'm gonna take a very little bit of it. Just very gently go in, and I don't want to do too much because I'm looking for a pretty natural look. I feel like, you know, it's a date night with my husband, so I know he likes my makeup when it's more natural than when I go in with too much. Anytime I go in with a lot, like if I do a lot of eye makeup or something, and then I say to him, oh, what do you think of my makeup? And he always says, oh, you know what, I like it how you normally do it, which is like with just mascara. So try to keep it pretty natural today because I know he likes that. Although, having said that, if I was a good wife, I wouldn't have my hair in this bun because he hates the bun. He likes it when my hair is just curled. Just putting a little bit on my brow bone there. Curled and loose and long and flowy. That's what he likes. I don't even know if I can talk about COVID on here, can I? Actually, I didn't even think of that. I've seen lots of people talk about how they can't say that word on YouTube. Well, I guess we'll see. Hopefully it's okay, but I just thought I would share my experience. I don't see a lot of people on here sharing their experiences with COVID. Having said that, I'm also not searching it. So maybe there's a ton of them on here. I don't know. I haven't seen, most of the ladies that I follow are beauty channels, because I have this addiction to makeup. And so most of the videos I watch are about makeup, and I haven't seen any of the ladies that I follow mention COVID at all. Again, though, that could just be because you can't on here. I have no idea, to be honest, but we'll see how this goes. Maybe this video won't even be allowed on. I don't know. I'm gonna go in for my brows with this Patrick Ta shaping wax. It's clear, it looks like that. And then what I do is I take a little bit of setting spray and I give it a spritz. Yeah, not too much. That looks good. And then I just go in very lightly, I feel like is the trick with this. So yeah, that is our experience with COVID. I think probably the fatigue at this point is the hardest part. I do feel very fortunate. I think we were extremely lucky. We got sick and we got better. And, you know, although, like I said at the beginning, it was unpleasant and it wasn't easy. But having said all of that, I do think our symptoms were mild, you know, compared to how some people get it and their body responds to it. So I feel very lucky, and not that I was nervous to get it or had even really worried about myself getting sick. Having said that, I'm just glad that we were able to just stay at home. We didn't have to go get medical treatment at all. We didn't have to have oxygen or a ventilator. I mean, there's so many people that get really sick with it. So I'm thankful that the disease process for us was mild, but not fun. Like it wasn't fun. It's not like we were just sitting at home feeling great. We were not. Okay, I'm gonna go in now. I don't think Benefit makes this product anymore. It's the Cabrow, and it's a pomade. I don't know, I went to link this in a video recently. This is a little mini one, but I've had this little mini pot just forever, and it's still really good. Go in, I'm gonna have to get closer to my mirror, I think, and just try to fill that in a little bit. This is my favorite combo right now. It was the e.l.f. Brow Wow with the NYX Lift and Snatch, and I still really love that, but this has kind of taken over for me. This is not the quickest way for me to do my brows. You know, the NYX Lift and Snatch with the e.l.f. Brow Wow is much quicker, but I do really love the effect. Like, I think that's a really nice, big, bold, but natural looking brow. So I have been doing this even though it's more time consuming. I think those look really pretty. I'm really loving how that turns out for me, but again, it does. I'll speed it up so you don't have to sit through that, but it does take me a little bit. It's not quick. So I'm going to take a little bit of this single shadow shade from Wet n Wild. This is in Brulee, and you can see I'm kind of scraping the corners of it, but this is my favorite just to set the upper lid. I am going to go in with a little bit of eyeshadow, but again, very little. So I'm just gonna keep this very natural looking today. Then just to deepen it up a little bit, give me a little definition, I'm gonna take the bronzer out of this Charlotte Tilbury. This is a mini of the Film Star Bronze and Glow. I do this all the time. I feel like this shade of bronzer and the consistency of the powder works so well for this, and it's so easy for me. So I think you can see it just ever so slightly defines that for me. I feel like COVID has turned into such a controversial subject, which, I mean, I get that people have strong views. I think it's been a pretty hard couple of years almost that we've been in this pandemic. So yeah, I get that people are just, I think people are tired, and I think we're all sort of frazzled with it. So I'm not going to get into the politics of it or vaccines or, you know, any of that. I just thought I would share what it was like to actually have COVID, again, because I don't see it on here very much. I'm going to take this other shade, just the same brush, and I'm just going to put it mostly on the center and then in the inner corner a little bit. Give me a little bit of a shimmer there. Same thing on this side. So yeah, I mean, I get that people have strong views on it, and not that I don't, but let's put a little bit up on my brow bone as well. I think that, you know, I think people have reasons for why they do the things that they do, and, you know, I really just try to be open-minded and give people the benefit of the doubt that they've done the things they've done in their life for reasons that make sense to them. Okay, I am gonna take a little bit of the Marc Jacobs. This is, oh, what are these called? I don't think it says on here. It's in the shade Irony, and it's their retractable liner. So I'm going to take this and tight line. I've been doing that since I got this product, and it was actually Angie from Hot and Flashy that recommended this. And what I like about doing my tight line is I feel like it makes my lashes look thicker. I have recently, let me see if I can do this while I'm talking to you guys. This might be too much. Yeah, no, I can't. Okay, let me do this, and then I'll come back and say what I was going to say. So that's got the one eye done without it on the other eye, and I think it just makes my eyes kind of pop. So I'm gonna do, I can't do it on camera. It's, I can hardly do it off camera. So I'll do this other one, and then I'll come back and we'll put on some mascara. So I just really love the effect that that gives. I feel like it really opens up my eyes. It's very hard for me to do. I just sort of start at this corner, and then I kind of close my eyes and I run it in. But yeah, my eyes find that extremely irritating, but I do love how it looks. What I was going to say is I've been doing that because I recently ran out of my Latisse, actually while I was home in quarantine, and I have to get that from the eye doctor, or it's by prescription where I live. So I'm out of it. It's the Lash Growth Serum that I use. And so I just thought I would try to go without it for a little bit and see. I know I say that every time I run out of it. But just see, I mean, it's an expensive product. I think that little tiny, I don't know how much is in there, 3 mils or 5 mils, like almost nothing in that container. And I want to say it's $100. So I'm going to see if I can go without it. Probably not. I'll probably, you know, after a month, my lashes will be less and I'll go buy it. But for now, I'm going without it. So I've been doing that tight lining because I feel like it helps give the illusion of more lashes. Okay, let's go in with some mascara. No surprises here. It's the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I have the primer and then the mascara. So I'll do that off camera because it takes me forever. And then I'll come back and we'll put some lips on. What a difference mascara makes. You know what's funny is when I was not feeling well, I didn't wear makeup for probably at least a week, maybe even right the full 10 days. I can't remember, but so I had pre-filmed a bunch of videos because like I said, we were in quarantine before we got sick for, well, for me, I think 5 or 6 days. So I had time, I was at home and feeling fine. And so I had pre-filmed a bunch of videos and then I didn't do anything for like 10 days. So I didn't wear makeup or anything. My lashes, I don't know what happened. It's like they forgot how to wear mascara. They have been so troublesome since I'm back to wearing makeup. They don't want to cooperate. Like they just kind of want to go everywhere. Whereas I feel like maybe it's like a, you know, the more you do it, the more they're trained to do what you want them to do. Like your hair, you know, if you do the same part all the time, I don't know. But my lashes just don't want to cooperate and it's taking me forever to put mascara on anymore. I mean, I guess it's better today. It was a little easier. Every day it seems to be a little better. But the first couple days I put mascara on, oh my goodness, what a disaster. There we have it. Let's do some setting spray. I'm gonna go in, that little shake. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. It's my favorite. I love it. I love the mister. I love the smell. I love how it makes my makeup look. And then I think I showed this in another video. I got this off Amazon. If I can find it, I'll try to remember to link it. It's so cute. It charges with I plug it into my computer and it charges up. It has 3 speeds and it has cat ears. How could that be cuter? And then I do always double mist. And so I'm gonna go in with this one next. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm putting my makeup on in the morning and we're actually, of course, we're going out for dinner. I don't know if I mentioned, but we're going for sushi and then I think we're gonna go see the new Suicide Squad movie. But I wanted to film, so I do need this makeup to last a little bit, and that Charlotte Tilbury setting mist really helps with the longevity of my makeup. Okay, let's put on a little bit of some tinted lip balm. This is from Tarte. This is in the shade Wish. That's all I have left. I know I've talked about these a ton, but these are my favorite. Just a hydrating, my lips but better lip balm. Now when we go to leave to go out, I'll probably do like a lip liner and then honestly probably this and then top with a little gloss. But I have things to do first before we do that, but I just thought I would put a little bit of this on. This is the Fenty Gloss Balm. This is in the shade Diamond Milk. I just like to add a little bit of sparkle. So I just thought I would do a get ready with me, show you a date night makeup look. Simple, easy makeup that I love to do, and just sort of let you know how it was with COVID. I hope that's okay to talk about COVID on here. Honestly, I hadn't even really thought about it, but maybe it isn't. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see if this video stays up. Maybe YouTube will just take it down. I just thought, I hope it's okay to talk about what my experience was and what that was like to have COVID. Again, because I don't see any of the people that I regularly watch talk about it. I don't know if they've had it, but this was my experience. So I'm thankful that we are on the mend. We do still have some lingering effects. I am 2 weeks tomorrow from when my first symptom appeared. But yeah, I'm really thankful. I'm thankful that we are getting better and that we were able to just get better at home, because I know that's not the case for everybody. I hope you all are staying safe and healthy and well. I hope your families are healthy and safe and well. And you know, to anyone who has suffered with this, my heart goes out to you, honestly. So yeah, stay safe, stay healthy. and for your families as well. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. As always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch one of my videos. And I hope this was okay to talk about. I hope nobody is offended or upset by any of this, but we're good. We're good. We're on the mend. Yeah. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would subscribe, that would be amazing. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.